Welcome to this week's episode of Let's Talk Marketing. I am your humble host, Sean M. Smith, coming at you as a humble member of the team at Ongen. I love that you guys come here with me every week to talk about marketing for film and entertainment or anything that's on your mind. I bring up tons of pop culture. I want you guys to bring it up with me as well. So make sure that if you're here today and you want to participate in the show and you're a Facebooker, as I'll call you, go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Give StreamYard permission to actually use your likeness so that they can add your pictures to when I put your cool comments up. I want to thank you guys for getting here early. We're going to take a couple minutes, let some people roll in on the show. Again, welcome to episode 5. This is episode 5 of Let's Talk Marketing. If you guys are following along, I'm a big pro wrestling fan, so that would make that the Mega Powers Explode version of WrestleMania between Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan. And I'm not going to say anything, but, well, I'm going to be honest, I actually did 0 references to pro wrestling in this week's presentation, but I will say this, I'm a filthy liar, and I did do one. So, awesome, guys. Well, I hope you're all having a really great week. Again, if you want to be involved in this week's show and you have comments, questions, questions, and you want to say something, feel free. StreamYard.com/Facebook. Offer permission for StreamYard to include your face and likeness in the actual broadcast itself. So, again, I'm Sean. If you guys didn't know who I was, how the heck did you get here? I'm a frequent member of all the groups that you guys probably participate in, so thanks for being here. I want to thank the Facebookers that are here so far. I want to thank my YouTubers that are showing up strong so far as well, too. Thank you guys for coming out. It's always awesome. I got 3 screens at my disposal, so this is always very fun and interesting. So if you see my eyes pitch shift moving throughout the conquest or throughout the broadcast, now you know why. But I usually like to start it off this way. Every week, just like you would in a marketing meeting, there's a presentation, as it were, that's fun, informative, and it's an opportunity to have some conversation with you guys and to open it up to the floor and have some comments and maybe a few laughs as well, too. And that is my pitch deck. We do that any chance we can, but we're not going to go there yet. I want to hear from you guys. Can you hear me all right? If you can hear me on Facebook, give me some ones. Give me a 1. I know that's so cliche, but that's what I got. Let's go with a 1. While you do that, I'll grab a glass of water. Oh, man. Got 5 of you there. Hopefully you can hear me because that'd be weird right now that you're sticking around and you can't. Just enjoying my T-shirt. And if the YouTubers that are there as well, too, do me a favor. Ready for this? Here's my note from my YouTube mentor, Lucas Scott. He actually said for me to say, first time here on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. So yeah, I'm trying to grow my channel up to over 100 subscribers so that I can get the vanity URL because everything I have is Sean M. Smith. And for some reason, I don't have Sean M. Smith there. I just got Sean Smith 22, and that's so counter to my branding, which is something I talk about. So no one gave me a 1. Not one of you. All right, we're just going to dive into it then. You want to go nitty gritty? You want to go hardcore? Will you give me a 1 for going hardcore this week? You can hear me and you want to go hardcore? Hardcore parkour. Oh, I wish I had a GIF for that. I should download that. Make a note. Hardcore parkour. Oh, here we go. Wait, Armadillo Stampede. Wait, who is that again? Who is it again? I don't remember. I'm a little behind on the update. Anyway, I know it's somebody told me. Jake from State Farm? You just tell me about it in a minute. I can't remember. Anyway, let's jump into this week's deck. Ethan Eto? I think so. Eto, as in he's related to the soccer player. All right, so here's what we're going to do. This week's deck is a doozy. It's related to something that came up this week on my Facebook page, and I wanted to bring it up again. But first, let's talk marketing 5. Number 5. So we're going to go over here, and we're going to go whoopsie doopsie. Let's talk marketing 5. This is awesome. Common Wrestling Chan. I got you guys. I lied a whole bunch right there. Whole bunch. Did a whole bunch of lying because I like to do that. So the question this week that I posed on my actual page is, which would be worse, losing $50,000 at the casino or making a terrible $50,000 movie? Now, if you guys didn't chime in on the actual thread itself because you didn't see this, maybe right now you can give me a little bit of feedback. I'll post it after the first answer I do. But which would be worse, losing $50,000 at the casino or making a terrible $50,000 movie? And there is my wrestling reference right now. And if you guys can tell me what event this is from and what she's crying about, I will send you a $25 gift card to the Ground Round. The Ground Round, which you'll find out quickly no longer exists. And you'll just think it's funny that I kept something that long. All right. So here are this week. I'm going to give you 5 of the great answers that I saw off that actual post and my thoughts and reactions to them, because I did react in real time. But at the same time, I also wanted to be able to kind of just sit and take it in. And then it became a good topic because I talked to Jason Horton. You guys all know Jason Horton at this point, the indie filmmaker. Everyone calls the guy a unicorn. But I was like, you know what? Listen, I want to be able to use this as a topic. And I think it's a good one. He's like, it is a good one. So use it. So guess what? It's used. So here we go. The very first answer came in from Alan Sessler. So maybe someone should tell Alan that this happened. You know, would you rather lose 50 grand in the casino, 50 grand terrible movie? Even making a bad movie is an accomplishment and an experience. Now, wholeheartedly, I agree. I didn't make a $50,000 movie. In fact, I don't think I could raise $50,000 if it was my son. Dad joke. Alan's watching. Alan, you were first. Oh, that's so coincidental. Alan, digital high five. Write down high five. Give me high five. High five. Oh, I want that high five, man. I agree. My thing and my mom actually chimed in on the thread as well too, with a very similar sentiment that sometimes it's just more important to get the art done that's in your heart, you know, that like you care about, because that's going to be what's going to leave the longest and most enduring mark on yourself and maybe potentially on someone else, maybe another generation, maybe someone else on your cast or crew, maybe, you know, a viewer, but you're not going to know unless you make the damn thing. And so if I gave you $50,000 and I told you you could try and win money at the casino and you end up losing it all, or you could just go make a film, you know, you got to get it done. Hey, what's up, Naveen Malangi? That's my man. Naveen's my boy. I like that guy. Way to agree with Alan. You got to listen. It's an experience. It's the experience, and that's what matters. So for right now, we got 4 other answers. We'll see where I go with my ever-shifting moods on this topic. But it's an experience. I think that there's nothing wrong with that. And I want to offer that we can all go back. Now, hang on. I'm going to position real quick because Ethan said you can learn a lot failing at a film with $50K. Some spend less on an education. Yep. I wish I could say that I spent less on a college education. I know that I've spent on personal trainings, not like working out, because clearly, I mean, I don't do that. But like some instances, you know, there's professional courses, there's classes. I've spent far more than $50,000, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I learned more on my web series, and that was I think 15. So that's like a micro budget. And if you guys have seen it at all, it looks really great. I think for the most part, it looks about DSLR quality because it was shot on a DSLR, and you know, it looks like this. It looks good. I think I'm happy with it. But you know, again, experience is what's necessary here. So let's get back over to here. Alan, thank you for putting this answer in, dude. I appreciate it. I really did, because when I saw it, I was kind of like, I need someone to do that. Now here's Jason Horton. This Slippery Rascal, Jason Horton said, could I use it to make 5 terrible indie films? And at first, I wanted to say no. But I never said you couldn't do that. I merely said you had to make a 50,000 film that was terrible. So he's saying 5 terrible films. As far as I'm concerned, in the nature of this exercise, he is doing so much more for cinema by making 5 really terrible ones than I could do with just one. So, like, let's say you make a $50,000 Ishtar. Well, what if you made 5 $10,000 Ishtars? I'd watch those. What if I made like King of Falafel and you made 4 sequels? By the way, if anyone wants to use the name King of Falafel for a movie, go right ahead. I don't know if that sounds good to anyone. It barely sounds good to me, but if you like the name, use it. There's no quest for the IP, just like maybe name me in the credits as a thank you. But yes, so I didn't say Jason couldn't do this. I didn't say he could, but the rules were very vague. So I'm going to go with I'll allow it because it's Jason Horton and he's going to be the one that's going to make us a little bit of money off this whole thing. We weren't going to win at the casino, but the Unicorn Man's going to pull this off. Josh Smith, Sean, it's been a little bit, but glad to be here. Josh, man, the pleasure is mine. And you and I have a date with Destiny at the very end of this slide deck. I want you to book a little bit of time so that you and I can have a little strategy session. We need to talk. We got some apostasy talk because I read your script and we haven't talked since then. So just putting it out there. We need to talk. And Alan, thank you again. You're a good egg. You guys are fun. I appreciate you guys coming over and participating in the threads. Keeps things lively. Gives us an opportunity to kind of call what we need to do. Let's go back over here. Boop. One of my closest friends from childhood is Mr. Michael Rubino. He's actually an actor. Been on several really rad programs. He lives now in Atlanta, Georgia. Mike said, making a terrible $22 million movie. And I'm going to say something here. And this may be a bit of a hot take, but I don't think Masters of the Universe is really that terrible. First off, Dolph Lundgren didn't have a lot to do other than flex and be super muscular. I mean, look at him. Basically posing like that, pushing his lats out. That's what the man had to look at him. That's what he had to do. That was his job. Joshua wrote film. Why Joshua write film? Do you want me to say film instead of movie? Joshua Hinch, is that what you wanted? Sorry, hang on. I'll put it up on the screen so everyone can see what was said. Joshua just wrote film. So if anyone knows why, Joshua, hook me up. No hard, and I want to offer this, Joshua, no hard feelings. I'm just super confused because I looked over and saw the word film and I didn't know if I said the wrong thing. I didn't know but anyway, making a terrible $22 million movie. So, but here's the thing. So I had Frank Langella as Skeletor, which it wasn't really bad. He actually was okay as far as up close acting. The problem was because of his age, there were limitations to what he could do in costume. And then they put him in some pretty heavy stuff. It was pretty hefty. It was pretty big. He looked like the costume was a little unwieldy and he wasn't real comfortable with it. And I got to be honest with you. I can't blame him for being a little uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. Oh, all right. Here we go. Now, Naveen. All right, here we go. I'm going back in the second to Masters of the Universe. Naveen, my man Naveen, right here. Boop, 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 boop. Said, I think he's saying he wanted to make a film with $500,000. All right, cool. I got you. That's cool. I like it. That's a good explanation. Sorry, my head didn't jump to that right away. Let's wrap it back in. Let's go back to Masters of the Universe. So Masters, Rubino here made me happy. He was one of my first friends at the new school district because he lived in the cul-de-sac on the corner, and he's a kid with the pool. And then he moved, and then I was the kid with the pool because we put one in not long before they left. So why does any of that matter? It doesn't. We had the chubby kids with pools, and we had the same Joker T-shirt because we were cool, super cool, wearing our Dockers, French cuffing our jeans. Girls loved us. Same Vanilla Ice hair, rat tails. Oh man, we were cool. Anyway, here we go. Boom! Look at this. There's no way this didn't cut. Look at this. Look at how, if you watch this scene several times now, you'll see how slowly Dolph Lundgren is moving just to generally touch the staff that Frank is holding. And you can see Frank is very, very uncomfortable. Look how uncomfortable they are together. Just like, and that makes me uncomfortable. I'm an uncomfortable man seeing two uncomfortable men touch each other. I'm going to be honest with you. That came off in a way I didn't intend. And I'm not going to apologize for it because I was trying to be funny and I didn't think that would come out. And then when it did, whatever, I'm rolling with it. So, yeah, here we go. Anthony Green. Anthony Green is always good for a really deep comment. I thank him all the time for chiming in on my threads, either in the film group or over in the any of the film groups, filmmaking, what's now Jay Horton's distribution and marketing, which was filmmaker on, filmmaker on. Can't think of the other one right now. Drawn blank. But any of the horror, indie film, the directors, there's the DCVA ones. But anyway, I named off like 4 of them. But dude's a real nice guy, just a real nice guy, all solid stuff. But he said it here, you can read it. It says, really depends on how you use the 50K. It isn't necessarily 50K out of pocket. Okay. It's not out of your pocket. So where you spend that 50K is important, especially if you're looking to self-distribute. So basically, I didn't say you had to use the 50K only to make the film. I said you could use the 50K to make the film for a $50,000 film. So you could use it for your marketing to set yourself up for future distro, because as I've said before, it's possible with solid, really effective and cheap marketing. I know for $10,000 budget in the past, I have been able to take a film from no release to a solid acquisition. And those have been really fun for me in the past. So, maybe it's something you could do here and have 40K left over. You can do the traditional outreach, and it's just something to think about. And I thought this is a really good point. And if it makes sense to you guys, throw up some fives. Give me 5s. I know there's a bit of a lag, but throw up a number 5 if it makes sense what Anthony said to you. And yes, I'm drinking a ton of cold brew. Nice. Josh Smith's coming through with a 5. Good dude. And Josh Smith got put together a new logo. Josh Smith got a new logo for his business. I'm proud of him. Looks good, man. There we are. Ethan with a 5. There we go. Crushing it on YouTube. Ethan, make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Alan Sessler with a 5. There we go, guys. There's my boys. There's my guys checking it out. And make sure you guys share this video after the presentation's over with, so that we can keep sharing the word, man. I love that you guys are coming in here, hanging out with us, and I think what we're doing is pretty fun and pretty important. I think it's important. I hope you think so too. All right, so let's mash this on. Smash the subscribe button. Boom. Here's the greatest one. So Gary Michael Peterson. I don't need 50K to make a movie. None of us do. Honestly, anyone in this group pretty much doesn't. I'm so used to making them with no budget. With that type of money, I would just bank it. Oh. Okay, so that's what you think. Anthony Davis showing up. Anthony Davis, smash some comments. Make some comments, like the buttons, smash the Googles. I love the Googles. Anthony Davis showing up strong today. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're getting some good weather there in Galix, Virginia, 2 hours from me here in Ellicott City. So yeah, I when I read that comment, I'm gonna go back up if it'll let me. Well, I mean, I know it'll let me. I made it. Close your eyes. And I thought what I thought the same thing when Horton said his thing, which was, I mean, technically, I didn't say you couldn't, but this one, hold on, we're coming right back, and we're back. What was that? 20 minutes? 20 minutes, 40 seconds. Yeah, sorry about that. Got a weird camera error. I said Galax. Oh, I said Galix, not Galax. Yeah, camera thing happening on with the battery. I don't know why. I didn't say you couldn't bank it. I don't know what you're gonna do with it, but you can't keep it personally. So I'm gonna say it's against the rules of our experiment. And since it's my money, that would be theft. Gary Michael Capetta. If anyone knows that is awesome. WCW ring announcer Gary Michael Capetta, you're going to be put in a room. Anyone gets that reference, you get bonus points. It's not what I meant. You know it. I love that I got to use this one, by the way. I've had this one in my arsenal since like 2014, 2015. I used it in a deck one time with a client. Sorry about that. I used it in a deck one time with a client that was being like really, I'm not going to say mouthy because that's not kind, but they were like sarcastic for the sake of sarcastic. And like you'd give a fact or give data and they'd be like, oh, well, this and what about this? But not like in a nice way, like in the way to be confrontational. And I gave him a fact and he's like, oh, well, you this. And I literally was like, oh my gosh, I have it. And they're like, what? And I flipped over and put this up. So there, that's it for right now. So what do you guys think so far? Where are we at? You guys heads a little twisted? What would you do with the 50K? So you're going to make a film? Ever making a film so far? I'm going to be honest with you. I think that after I put up the question and I saw the nice response to it, I was thinking, you know, like, hey, you know, I think I would make the film. I think one of my shortcomings as a producer was when we made King of Fitness in 2012. I didn't have the wherewithal. A lot of what I talk about with the marketing, a lot of it comes from my own shortcomings as a producer. When Jason Horton's interview with me that we did Saturday comes out, you're going to hear a lot of that. Why I feel like I'm so big on helping people that are indie filmmakers and emerging filmmakers. Because I could have done more if I wasn't in it, if I didn't star in it. If I was just a screenwriter and producer, I would have done more, and I think it would have come out better. And I think I could have done more for the production because there's wearing too many hats. So you see a lot of what I write is about wearing too many hats, having too much to do, needing to get help. And what makes sense. And like a lot of people, I think a lot of filmmakers think that means that you're spending $10,000, and I don't have that because my film is $10,000. So it's just kind of like, how do you levy that expectation? You know. Oh, sweet. This is a good question. I'll come right to that, Alan. You know, how do you levy that expectation? How do you divvy that up? And how do you take care of it? And I think that that's kind of like what I want to get to with you guys over weeks. That's what I want to build this audience and build this team. It's like a family. For us, LTM family, LTM, we're gonna get tattoos on our feet. We can get like little toe tattoos, and people are gonna be real confused on the beach. But don't wear those kind of sandals. First, Jennifer Lindsay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Another neighbor. She would know who Mike Rubino was, but Jen, she's here, and she said neither, but a new car shopping spree would be fun. Well, it would be on my dime, and I am not paying for it. You are not getting the car from me because I'm pretty sure you told on me for doing something bad in my tree fort. Pretty sure. That's right. I had a tree fort. But thank you for coming in to Let's Talk Marketing. So here we go. Let's go to Alan's question. Alan actually asked, so with the $50,000 pie, how would you budget those slices for cast, crew, and distribution? You also got to include marketing. Okay, include your marketing. Cast, crew, distro, marketing. All right, I'm going to be totally transparent. All of the distro I've ever done has been manual myself. So if like you can go to Film Hub and put it out yourself, if you can go to other avenues, sorry, I'm scratching my nose, and you can put it out yourself, I would definitely, I would do that. That's just the way I've always done it. Now, if that doesn't work and you need funds behind that, I don't know a magic amount of number. So I'm going to make up a number. I would make up a number right now, and I'm going to see if we can work around that. I'm going to say for distro, I'm going to say $5,000. And Alan, you're going to tell me while I work out these other things if $5,000 is reasonable. Okay, you tell me if that's a reasonable number. I'm gonna drink some cold brew. Sorry, I just slurped. And by the way, that cold brew is awesome. If you guys like cold brew, Trader Joe's does this instant cold brew in a container about this big with a red cap. If you got a Trader Joe's near you, just try it. It's awesome. It's great over ice. I usually just drink it with cold water, but that's what we do. Okay, so I did 5,000 for distro. I don't know distro. I told Jason Horton this past weekend when the question came up, like, I don't know distro. I've done everything manually to distro, to like servers and sites, and even with vid uploads, like I've done that myself. So I'm not going to pretend I'm something I'm not. I do straight marketing. I can go based on assumption gut and find data to support stuff where necessary, but I can't pretend beyond that I know those things. Okay, so you're a bad judge too. All right, we'll say $5,000. We'll say $5,000 is what we're gonna do. Like, see if there's some $5,000 thing. Maybe there's a service we could pay for, or that's helpful. That might be a nice amount. It's probably going to be more, but we'll see what we can come out with at the end. So we got $50,000. My default number is always 10 to 20% off the top for marketing, just because you're going to have so much that's going to be entailed in marketing. That's going to be your marketing team. That's going to be your asset creation. That's going to be video distribution. No one's going to know what I'm talking about. This is what you said. Okay. So I'm going to take, so we got 4,500, 45. We'll go 4,500 for marketing. It doesn't seem like enough. For now, I'll do 5,000. I'll just keep it an even number. So it's 10,000. For crew, you're going to have your most important pieces. So I'm going to do, it's 10, 20, 20. All right, here. Can you see this? I think I did 20, 25, 5. I think that makes sense. I did 20 on cast, 20 on crew, 5 on distro, 5 on marketing, because I'd probably want a good director and a good DP. I learned on King of Fitness that the best thing would be to have a good DP. If you guys get a chance at any point, like, just look up King of Fitness, and like the film, acting isn't bad. I'm not good. I used to be like a good stage actor, like in high school and some regional stuff, but like I was not screen, I guess. And but our show works because the other actors are good, and the show looks good. So like I've been a firm believer that you need to support that. Story needs to be good, script needs to be good, you need to support that. I want to put this up because Anthony decided to bust my chops and say, are you saying that King of Fitness would have been better if Robert Downey Jr. would have been in it? Yes, there's not a question. If Robert Downey Jr. was playing a 20-something at 50 years old, that would have been impressive. King, sorry for fixing the mustache. That would have been quite the feat. And also, I think that people would have flocked to the internet to see the completely free show on YouTube wherein he played a 20-something and had a dalliance with his roommate who also had red hair. One of us should have dyed our hair for the show. It didn't make sense. It looked like she was my sister. Again, doesn't make sense. All right, Josh, what do you got? I would do 5,000 for distro, 25 for crew. Okay, so what do you got? 5 for distro. 25 for crew because I need equipment set. Equipment. Hadn't thought of that. We're going to do crew and equipment. Hire everybody else in a screenwriter and director. Then I would have 10K for marketing and 10 for cast. 20, 35, 40. Yeah, that's pretty good. We were pretty close. It's pretty close. I like that. I like that we were pretty close. So it's not bad at all. It's really good. Josh Smith coming through in the clutch on that one. I like that. So Gingers of a feather. All right, so here's the deal. You guys we made a shift. If you notice a difference, you think in the plan, in the shift on the Josh's plan for more money for the crew, and you think that matters, and I didn't give them enough, give a 1 for Josh if you like Josh's plan. Give a 2 for Sean if you like Sean's plan. I think I know where this is going, but Josh, you can't vote for yourself. You can't vote for yourself. It's not one of those things. Not one of those shows. Let's see. Yeah, 1 for Josh's plan, 2 for Sean's plan. I'll drink more cold brew. Oh, yes. So I'd vote for you. Oh, well, you know what, Josh? Then I'm a vote for you. I'm voting 1 because, to be honest with you, when you made the part about the equipment, I realized is more important. Oh, Anthony voted for me. Little loyalty run. Oh, Josh is gonna regret voting for himself. He's gonna regret that because now it's 2-1. Sean. Who else is in here? Tie it up. We got Sessler. Who else is still available? You got Sessler available. We got Ethan here. Got a bunch of people that could make this better. Sean's winning 2-1. Oh, man. Oh, this is great. I'm going to call it, and I'm going to give it 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I know there's a delay. Oh, Sessler gives it a 1. It's a tie. It's a tie. It's a tie. Oh, ginger tie. It's all right. So we got some good stuff going on there. That's great. Good work. It's $5,000 split. Makes a difference, though. You get different equipment, maybe a better camera if you're renting, depending on how long your shoot is. That could make a big difference. So let's hop back over here. We'll come back over to my deck. You saw this before. You want to meet more people, guys. You got to shake more hands. And last week I talked a little bit about this. I want to really hammer this home because I found that as a whole, outside of groups that you guys participate in on Facebook, we're not seeing a lot of conversation. We're not seeing a lot of community that's popping up in all of the young indie filmmakers. We're kind of keeping to ourselves. And, well, I'm not young anymore. You're kind of keeping to yourselves. And you need to get out there and stop instead of new word, instead of idolizing the elder statesmen alone, in order to get on their level, you need to network and build yourself a level of notoriety. And how are we going to do that? Well, as I keep saying to you, my webpage or my Facebook page needs to serve for you guys also as a repository of information, where else you can go and kind of, get some stuff that you may need to hold on to for later. Grab some nice memes that you can use for motivation, and not creepy memes like of a weird dude laying in the sand on the beach. I don't know why that's the one that popped in my head, but think of it this way. Think of I'll put one up in a second. You're gonna see. I don't know why I'm even going on about a dude on the beach, because that's the one that popped into my head at that moment. This is a weird moment. Anyway, want to meet more people? Let's shake more hands. And that's where this goes to here. So this is a recent post on my page. I'm going to step away to the back and allow you to look at this up close. And I'm also going to take off the banner as well so that you guys can see here. Be a better digital connector. All right. In order to actually get out there and really meet more people and kind of build your network, you want to start at step 1 at the tippity top of this triangle. You got to get your accounts in order. I talked about this last week as a step through, as a step checklist. I mean, get your social accounts in order. Have a consistent look and feel that tells a story, regardless of whether you're in cycle for a film or not. You need to make sure that everything you do and say is consistent when you're talking about yourself as a brand. Josh right now is doing a really good job. One of the things that I'm proud of you for, Josh, among other things, but like, you made sure that your networking is going to be consistent because you've got that logo. You got a logo and you're proud of it. And you saw the reaction that people had to you putting it out there. You're going to start grinding away. You're going to get good reactions and people are going to respect that. Hey, man, this guy takes himself seriously. And sometimes that's how you win, by putting out that you do take yourself seriously. That's what matters. Let me see. Oh, little comment. Networking is what I'm trying to do at the minute. However, it's super hard. Listen, no one ever said networking was easy. Networking, I'm going to come back in for a sec. Networking is not easy. If networking was easy, I would have 250 people watching this thing right now. You guys would know that I have one on YouTube on Fridays as well, too, that I do that's pre-recorded that I post, but you guys don't know that. I do stuff I think and shouldn't say. On Fridays, I just randomly post it around 3:00 in the afternoon, just because I shoot the thing and I feel good about it. But networking isn't easy. Getting the word out about yourself, of all things, is hard because people have imposter syndrome. People suffer from it. Even the most famous people in the world think that I don't understand how I got here. I don't deserve this success. What is this all about? So it's easy for me at 42 years old to be like, oh my gosh, I don't deserve this success. I don't deserve any success. We all deserve success, and we deserve that because we extend kindness, we extend care, and we help where we're there. And I want to do this show type thing to make sure that's what we're putting out there. Let's get back to this thing. So we're looking. Let me take this off. Step 2, you're going to prep your followers on email and social. You're going to make sure that they're starting to see your consistent content. That's the same. So we'll use Josh as an example. Now that you're starting to network, we're going to make sure that your emails come out and people are getting the same messaging. You're going to be, hey, I'm doing apostasy. We're doing a read through of the script. We're going to do a live stream of it. Looking forward to it. Hey, we're going to do a Zoom read of the apostasy. Just talking about it. Just making sure people know about it. Keeping yourself top of mind once a week. For now, while there's nothing in production that can make you money, but just right now, so people know about you and talk about the Jay Smith stuff. And that's kind of what matters. This way you can kind of let them know something big is coming because you're building something big. And sometimes that something big is just plain you. And that's all that matters, man. Just invest in you. It's going to pay off. Step 3, you introduce yourself to new people daily. We've got groups. We got Facebook groups. We've got them at our disposal where we can reach out and we can talk to anybody at any time. You like what someone said about the GameStop Reddit shorting going on? You can talk to that person. And you can like that person as a friend or friend them, and then you can send them a message. You can ask Ethan, like every time he leaves a comment, or Anthony Green even, every time he leaves a comment on one of my posts in one of the groups, I write him and thank him. Say, hey, man, that was real thoughtful. I appreciate that. Why? Because realistically, it's about building community. I want to be more to the community and to you guys than just some dude that just showed up one day and you didn't know who he was. Well, you guys here kind of do know who I am now. And I hope that you can understand that. But again, like this sort of stuff here is what I want you to take away. I want you to go to my page and like it and download it. Put it in like a little book that you might need one day for yourself to just look at and be like, this is what I need to do. Make it for yourself. Just kind of make it like a little wall of like imagery in your head and just like save it digitally. I have a folder on my desktop of stuff I pinned or bulletin boarded and saved for making sure that I can go back and revisit it later. And I hope that helps. I hope that's helpful. So what we got? Anthony Davis put up a link, but I can't click the link. But he's saying it's me. There's me as a meme. Do me a favor, Anthony, email it to me. Send it to Sean@weareongin.com. I'll put it up now. You guys are more than welcome to email me whenever you need me. weareongin.com. That's me. You guys can anytime. Just feel free. Send me an email. But yeah, for Anthony, it's probably the best place to send it for right now. We'll move back over to here. For now, how are we feeling right now, guys? Ah, man, I did it again. No, quite literally, I did it again. Oh, gotcha. Made you think that I was saying I screwed up, but I didn't screw up. I actually just wanted to pretend I screwed up for the 5th time, and I didn't. I'm just kidding. Actually, here's the hilarity of it. I was supposed to bring that up and I don't have like a cheat sheet, and I screwed it up, and I forgot. But yeah, Brittany, that Brittany. Look at her 5 head though. I don't know why no one ever examined how big her forehead looked there. You know what I mean? Like I'm not one to pick on person with a big forehead, but like, look, she and I are on the same page. Look to lose all my senses. That is just so typically me. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good transition. Oh, peanut butter jelly meme. I'm going to be honest with you. Peanut butter jelly time is the best peanut butter jelly thing ever. I remember where I was the first time I saw it, and I laughed so hard. I was eating cupcakes from Magnolia Bakery in New York. If you remember, like the Chronicles of Narnia, the song Andy Samberg and what's his face did for SNL. We used to go to Magnolia all the time to mac on some cupcakes. And we were sitting in my living room in Queens, and my wife was asleep. My buddy Jared and I were watching it. We were just laughing so hard, so hard, because essentially it was like everything the world needed at that moment. And we're just like, we just gone there, and we couldn't figure out why there was a line, and now we know. So anyway, um, so we feeling good, guys? Everyone feeling good? Right? Put up a good, or actually, give me a G. Give me a G for good in the comments if you're feeling what we're doing right now. Feeling good. Oh, saw the color change. See, it went from Brittany, a little devilish, to this. And good, Josh. I'm glad. I hope that you're feeling motivated because of you, and maybe I could have played some part in it. I hope that that was important to you. Um, so, and I'd like to inspire anyone who may be watching this on the replay to hit it with a hashtag replay and let me know if any of that was inspiring for you. What do you? So, I want to kind of empower everyone to kind of take a role in their own success and know that listen, it's not easy, no, but it's you can do it. You can do it. It's right there within your grasp. It's not impossible to do. There are people that are total schmucks that have done it. I mean, I know people that are literally complete and total schmucks that are wildly successful and working in film because they networked their way in. And I'm just like, I worked with them. I don't get it. I mean, they're 18, 19 years where they're working in LA. So, all right. What does this mean? Oh, words. Guys, thanks for the G's. Thanks for letting me know you're feeling good. All right, let's do this. Words of the week brought to you by Alka Seltzer because I get anxiety and tummy ache every time I have to do this. Oh, shoot, I screwed it up. So, words of the week work like this. Every week, my son goes into random word generator, hits the button, and finds 3 words that make him giggle. He takes those 3 words, and because he knows how to use this Drive Google Slides, because he has to use it for school, he drops 3 words in here after I'm completely done with the deck, and I don't see the words until I just saw them a second ago. So I then have to take the word, and I perform what the definition is in one way, not what it actually is or means, but what it is to me as it pertains to my career, marketing, or my life. How did I do? Good? Good. Captivate. I want to play some notorious B.I.G. What I'd like to add is this. I have always wanted to put together a piece of marketing that made people say, holy shit, I wish I'd thought of that. I've done some stuff that's been clever that people are like, that's smart. But I want to put something together like the Blair Witch Project where people were like, oh, and really were just completely blown away by what happened. That you weren't duped, but you were so engrossed in the universe that was created for you that you were just sucked in. And I had a shot. I had a shot one time to make something that I found for a film. But unfortunately, it kind of encapsulated the wrong portion of a movie, not the mythology, not the correct one. So we went in a different direction. I did something else, and instead we did something else. But I think that we can, as marketers, can do more to captivate our audiences and capture their hearts and minds. Give me one sec. Holy cow! Yeah, suddenly my brain started to run out. So got for the tissue box on the floor. And that's what happens when you got your home office because of the COVID. All right, here we go. Next one. Was that one good? Any good? Captivate? Did you guys dig it? Hope you dug it. We're at the very end. We're going to take a poll if you liked it. Here we go. Play. Aw. Play. As a filmmaker, it may be a job to make a movie, but there's no better opportunity to play than to make a film. It is the ultimate, and I'm going to put up a quote. It's actually so crazy that I have this in here. Banners. This right here. Ready? Check it out. I had this in here, and I wanted to use it last week, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to use it. Creativity is intelligence having fun. So being creative is just a brilliant mind at play. And I really do think that also tracks with marketing, that good marketing and good marketers are really just being creative because they're so intelligent and they're just having fun and they know the rules and they make the rules and they identify where the rules need to be changed and switched and flipped around. So I hope that one worked, because that's kind of where I'm going to take that off the screen. That was weird, by the way. That I can actually take that out. That's cool. That was really cool. Oh, what am I doing? Well, I'm actually sitting here without my overlay. That's better. That's better. Okay. Now we're talking dirty. Here we go. I think this was simple. This is going to go for marketing for a film because I'll just apply marketing as a whole. I'll put the pen down. It's very threatening. When marketing, the most clear way to success is going to run a campaign that's going to be built on honesty, transparency, and truth. If you try and get ahead by doing something dirty, you will fail. You will get caught. People will find you as dishonest, and things will fall apart. And obviously, that won't be your desired intention, but that's what's going to happen. And unfortunately, dirty marketing, dirty SEO is actually, when I think of dirty, I think of SEO. I think of people doing black hat and gray hat stuff, when really you should. And if you guys understand the concept of gray hat and black hat, the idea is, stuff that people shouldn't be doing. Like it's like, oh, it's on the fine line with the gray hat. Like, oh, it's kind of well, it's a little bit skeezy. And then black hat's like, oh, I'll list my competitors on some crappy websites so that their SEO scores go down in Google's eyes and will impact their search results. Like it's just some horse stuff. I already said other bad words on here. I got to keep it G-rated. Got to keep it G-rated. G-rated. But yeah, like you don't. It's just with dirty. That's just what it is, and I hope that makes sense. So here we go. Those were our 3 words of the week, and I love you. My son also likes Ninja, so he probably included this. All right, so if the words of the week made sense to you guys, if you dug what I did, give me an H for high five. Give me an H. Got 5 of you here. I got some guys on YouTube as well. Let me see what we got. Would love to get some support, get some feedback. For me, it's super important to know what I'm doing is good. And evidently my son thinks Ninja is funny. H from Josh Smith. Thanks, buddy. Do appreciate it, man. telling you, that cold brew's tasty. Again, highest recommendation for Trader Joe's instant cold brew. Instant cold brew. This is from his Mixer press conference too. Man, that's a platform that died a sad death. His two-tone hair and his multi-million dollars. Supposed to be a really nice kid, though. All right, so there we go. So let's talk about it, guys. Where can you find me? Well, we're going to open this up to the whole page, and then I'm going to take the branding off the page. Where can you find me? Well, if you're on Facebook right now, you know where to get to me. You can go Sean Michael Smith is my handle as the end. Twitter, at Sean M. Smith. Oh, hang on. We'll be right back. And there I am. I hate when the camera does that. Instagram, I'm at S222. On Twitch, I'm also at S222. So if you're on Twitch, feel free to tune in. Usually I only use that to play Fall Guys with my son on the weekends. It's funny to watch a 7-year-old who I podcast with, which you'll Twitch you see in a moment. On YouTube, if you're tuning up there, youtube.com, Sean Smith 22. If you're there, subscribe. Hit the bell for updates. I always wanted to say that. And podcast came out today as well, too. I actually have a family-friendly but fun adult-style podcast with my 7-year-old son, Carter. It's available on Anchor.fm. Potato Salad Marmalade is the name of the show. You can also find it anywhere that you find podcasts, like Apple Podcasts as well. Oh, dude, hey. Thank you for tuning into my channel, Ethan. I appreciate that, man. It means a lot. Takes a lot of work to put these shows together, and it's so fun. So much fun. I really love doing it. But most importantly, I got to go back to the deck because hang on, we're not done yet. I got one more. I told you guys, if you need to talk, listen, guys, I'm willing to offer you guys, let's do 30 minutes. Let's do a 30-minute call. We'll sit and talk. Let's chat. Go.oncehub.com/Sean M. Smith. The complimentary strategy session. We'll sit down and talk. We'll talk out your situation, see what's going on, see if there's any way that I can help, either with information or if you're in a position where maybe support may be necessary. We'll figure out if there's a way that I can support you there. But that's the information. Yeah. So there's that. Look at this. Anthony gave me a little wave or a high five. I'll take it. Anthony Davis, salt of the earth. Good man. He's a good dude. Right here. Subscribe. Bell. Awesome. Is it available on Spotify? Yes. Spotify is actually, they just rebranded now. Anchor is actually by Spotify. So you can go to Spotify and grab it right from there as well, just like always. So if you go there, Potato Salad Marmalade every Tuesday at 7 a.m. So your time will be noon. You can check it out for lunch. Would your podcast be something I want to listen to while working out at the gym? Listen, here's the deal. So the format of the podcast is twofold. Carter and I actually have sit-down interview conversations like a traditional podcast. But the fun is I pretend that he's not 7. Like I talk to him like he's still a grown-up, even though he's not. And then we have fantasy characters that come in and out of the podcast as well, too. I'm not going to tell you who they all are. You should have to listen to find them all out. Haha. But then also we go on adventures. In episode 11, we were stuck inside a Sega Genesis. That was one of the most in-depth editing sessions I've ever had in my life. And the one before that, we went to a grocery store. Not in-person grocery store, but something beyond that. So this is, it's kind of where it's at. But yeah, that's it right now. If you guys want to book a session, just sit and talk, hit that up. It'll go in my calendar. It'll go in your calendar. We can get on the phone. We can sit down and talk. We can do a Zoom. Actually, Zoom's an option off there too. Only thing I ask is make sure that when you go to the booking page, like fill out the next form. Don't get offended by most of the questions. This is a customer, like a client booking page. So there's going to be stuff on there that's going to seem kind of not appropriate for just like a regular talk. Don't worry about it. It's not about that. That's not what we're doing here. So let's see. And so Anthony, answer your questions. Yes. And yes, that was Josh. That was where I wanted you to go. That was where I wanted you to go, just to hook it up. It's just a calendar, hook it up, grab a date. We'll just sit down and talk. I would love to have a talk with you because I want to talk about the script. I want to talk about what you're doing right now with branding. Just real quick talk, half hour. All right, guys. Oh man. By the way, and can I ask you again, like for everyone still here, I got 5 of you here. I got some more people on YouTube as well. Like I'd like to kind of address something like how much better is this camera? Like, do you dig it? Right. Like last week I had Ethan telling me he dug it. Like how are we digging this camera? You like the bokeh in the background? We like the lights down the side. You love it? Let's get some is this something we dig? Gotta get the camera from stopping shutting out, but whatever. Good man. I'm glad Josh likes it. Yeah, it's much better. I like it. The screen thing is a little hard for me. I know that's normal for people that are doing web shows. For me, that's hard. But because I wrote this and I'm running this, and my hands have to be here, and I have to talk there. So it's all. It's all good. It's all good. I'm getting used to it. Josh, whenever you want. Whenever you want, man. Josh, pick a time. Just pick a time. I'm good. If the time is available, that means there's no other conflicts in my schedule personally, so it'd be fine. Naveen, thank you. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. I want to do lighting from the floor. It was cool room. I mean, my office isn't tremendously large, but I love it. I love this little room. So we'll do. Yeah, today's not available. Today is not available. All right, guys, let's say our goodbyes for today. So nice. All right, so I do this with my son on our podcast, and maybe now it makes sense to you if you start listening to the show. But I'm going to point threateningly. No, I'm just kidding. I don't say goodbye. I say ba 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 burrito. That's what he says at the end of the show. Super cool. We came up with it a couple years ago. It's our little thing. But guys, thanks so much for coming, checking us out. We'll see you next week on episode 6 of Let's Talk Marketing. Peace out. I'm going to hit the button because I'm